Karl Stefanovic decided to share his verdict on the Duchess of Sussex's display of emotions at the Queen's state funeral. The Australian television host discussed the Queen's state funeral and shared his thoughts on members of the royal family. Mr. Stefanovic spoke about the photos of the Duchess of Sussex crying at Her Majesty's state funeral, and claimed that the context added to the photos may or may not be true. The Queen's state funeral managed to smash viewing records with an estimated 4 billion. Mr. Stefanovic said, "There's been lots of photos around and interpretations of photos and reading into photos, meanings, that may or may not be true." He added, "There's a couple of Meghan, with a tear running down her face, apparently, and also even one of Princess Charlotte that everyone was saying she was crying, and we don't know if it was true or not." Despite some media commentators taking swipes at Ms. Markle, others have been praising her for attending the Queen's state funeral and for greeting crowds of mourners at Windsor Castle. Some royal experts have shared that they are hopeful for a full return to the royal family from the Sussexes. Royal expert Kristen Meinzer said, "I'm glad that Charles, in his first speech as king, took a moment to say he loved Harry and Meghan. And I hope Charles considers bringing them both back into the firm the way they originally wanted, half in, half out, and earning their own salaries doing their own outside work. That would be in keeping with Charles' own desire to streamline the monarchy while also having enough bodies to do all the engagements required of the crown." She also said she hopes the rest of the family take inspiration from the Sussexes and discuss difficult issues. Other UK commentators have been defending Ms. Markle online. Ash Sarkar wrote, "Torn between loathing of the aristocracy, and enjoyment of how Meghan Markle being the most elegant and stylish of the extended Windsor clan clearly winds people up." Professor Azim Majid wrote, "I am not a close observer of the royal family, but even I have been struck by the abuse and vitriol directed at Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. This kind of sustained hate directed at one person can be very detrimental for their mental health and well-being and needs to stop." Dr. Sholomos Shogbamimu wrote, "Grace, class, dignity, fortitude. This is Meghan Markle personified. It takes a special kind of hate to see this and be enraged. To then complain about her arms at #Queen Elizabeth funeral is unhinged. The one-drop black rule is an ideology of whiteness. She's black to them, not white." Fuad Al-Akbarov wrote, "Meghan Markle won her privacy case against the Daily Mail twice. This rag needs to be shut in the UK." Matthew Stadlin added, "Meghan Markle isn't perfect, nor is Prince Harry, although he put his life on the line for his country and stood up for people who struggle with their mental health. But the nastiness and the viciousness directed at her, and Harry, come from a very dark place. Racism is rife,